All right, so today I want to talk NIL Top 100. So I was on Twitter and I came across a list when Benchero was in college, and it was like top 20 NIL deals, and majority of it was the women's college basketball players, which is a solid thing when we think about, the difference in pay between NBA, WNBA. We understand the dynamics in that, but what really caught me was Aliyah Boston wasn't in the top 20. And that made me check into this year. And I'm like, all right, let me see where she's at right now. So this is all women's sports. But think about this. If it was a white athlete that swept all of the awards, they would be everywhere, especially with new NIL deals. Serial, we see them on shows. I just don't think, because what people going to point to, they're going to be like, well, other people do more things or have more personality. Listen, if she was a white foreigner that couldn't speak English, she would still be bigger than what Aliyah is right now. And that's just the failure of this media system. They have a bias towards white players. And when we go through this list, we look at number one, blue eye, blonde hair, Livy Dunn, gymnastic player. And people are going to say, well, she has more followers, she's done more. But I think something like this should be more. I understand that there is a generic appeal, but I think the big appeal in college sports, they're not selling sex. These aren't porn stars. These aren't rappers. This isn't the entertainment industry. It's entertainment in regards to your play. But if you're sweeping award fields and winning championships, media should be pushing you to the forefront, especially when we speak about college athletes and we speak about curating a certain dynamic within workplaces. We see a lot of people getting in trouble. Well, when you only reward how you feel somebody looks and things like that, then you're kind of incentivizing and curating that type of mind state within other places in society, where if you paid attention to performance, then you would be moving society in the opposite direction. So let's just go through this list. We see Livy Dunn, number one, gymnastics. Sunisa Lee, number two. Her valuation is $1.5 million. Paige Beckers, number three, 822, white basketball player. Hannah Cavender, 811,000. White basketball player. Haley Cavender, 805,000 valuation. Flaw J. Johnson, okay, that's a black player. Now we understand with her, she does music as well. Been on Sway in the Morning, 588,000. Jada Williams. Now I think this next batch, they gonna hit off the NIL, this next batch of players, because they've been on Slam and going viral, and we've just been able to really see them grow within the sport. So I think players like her, like Jada, is well deserving. 553,000. I can't speak to the gymnastics because I'm not really hip to gymnastics like that. We got Haley Van Lith at 539,000, and this is dollars. The NIL evaluation. We got Mia at Cal, $374,000. We got Jordan Childs, $371,000 valuation. UCLA, we got Jade Carey, gymnastics, $261,000 valuation. We got Jaden Owens, Baylor, $214,000, and this is number 12. At 13, we got Grace McCallum, at Utah, $208,000 valuation. At 14, we got Reagan Smith, Oklahoma, gymnastics, $199,000 evaluation. At 15, we got Deja Kelly, North Carolina, 194,000 evaluation, NIL. At 16, we got Zaya Cook, South Carolina, 188,000 evaluation. At 17, we got AZ Fudd, UConn, $184,000 evaluation. At 18, we got Cameron Brink, $173,000 evaluation. At 19, we got Tori Ortiz, track, Oklahoma State, I believe, 168,000 evaluation. At 20, we got Montana Fouts, Alabama, $145,000 NIL evaluation. At 21, we got, now this one surprised me. I thought how much Caitlyn is pushed, I thought she would be higher up. Like, because she's always, whenever they talk about women's college basketball, name always comes up. So I thought she would be higher. And she's at 21, $138,000 Iowa. At 22, we got Riley White, $134,000 Alabama, and she runs track. At 23, we got Shaylee Gonzalez, basketball, Texas, $111,000 evaluation. At 24, we got track, Emily Cole, Duke, $104,000 evaluation. And at 25, we got Aliyah Boston. So she's maybe just within the top if we only doing basketball. But even just with all sports, I mean, how many is this dominant on both ends of the floor? So say if it was women's football, which at the professional level exists at some levels, but I'm saying they're only still playing one side of the ball. She's playing both sides of the ball, won Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and the championship, and is only 25 of all women. I mean, imagine that. That's just crazy to me, and I think brands need to be doing more. And let's go into let's celebrate the brands that are supporting her. So Orange Theory Fitness, it's a lot of stories out there about this Orange Theory Fitness and the details of this deal. So I'll go into that. Crocs, I know they sponsor Page too. So Top Gun, Bojangles, Under Armour, and so she's getting, what they're saying, 8-week NIL growth, $922. Let's see, what's the write-up? Before arriving at South Carolina in 2020, Aliyah Boston, a native of St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands, was one of the most heavily recruited high school stars coming out of Worcester, Massachusetts Academy. Boston was a WBCA McDonald's and Slam All-American in 2019. She also earned honors as expected. She made immediate impact for the Gamecocks, earning National Freshman of the Year honors and being picked as SEC Freshman of the Year. She followed that up with 2 unforgettable seasons. Boston enters the 2022-2023 season as 2-time National Player of the Year, 2-time first-team All-American, the defending SEC Player of the Year. Boston already owns 8 different school records, including the most rebounds in a season and the most triple-doubles in a career. She also won 2022 Honda Cup Award given to the best collegiate female athlete. Boston also has a massive brand off the court, doing NIL deals with businesses like Bojangles, Dick's Sporting Goods, Bose, and others. So, I mean, shout out to those companies that have acknowledged the dominance of Boston, whether she's one of my favorite players or not. I still think when you dominate to that level, you should be rewarded at least within the top 3, top 5. 20s is just totally unacceptable. So Let's try to go into details of some of these deals. Orange Theory Fitness has offered its first NIL deal to South Carolina star Aliyah Boston for winning the national titles MOP. The deal includes a trip to Orange Theory headquarters in Florida, a lifetime membership, a chance to develop a class, VIP access for teammates and coaches. Aliyah Boston not being on that top 10 NIL list is criminally insane. That's what I'm saying. South Carolina star Boston landed NIL deal with Crocs. She said if it ain't Crocs, she's not rocking it. South Carolina's Aliyah Boston has signed a deal with Jade Lee English of Octagon Basketball. Boston is the second women's NIL client for Octagon after Louisville's Haley Van Lith. Let me see. Let's go to the latest. South Carolina standout inks deal with Orange Theory, including a signature workout. So let's go check that out. One of college basketball's biggest, most accomplished players is set to build on an already wildly successful calendar year. Aliyah Boston, a 2022 national champion, Final Four most outstanding player, and Naismith's Player of the Year, has landed a name, image, and likeness deal with Orange Theory Fitness. The standout South Carolina Gamecocks spoke for the win about her partnership with the global fitness brand. The Orange Theory workouts are very well-rounded, said Boston. You get a little bit of everything. Orange Theory Fitness, a female-founded company, is a total body group workout that utilizes heart rate-based interval training to help individuals meet their fitness goals. I'm trying to get everybody to do an Orange Theory workout. I think the investment is truly something you really can't find anywhere else. The way that Orange Theory are all about female empowerment is truly something special. Boston's deal comes with a membership of her own and VIP classes for her coaches and teammates. More importantly, the partnership allowed Boston and Orange Theory to work together to create customized workouts that enables the star athlete to showcase to members all that goes into being one of the world's elite athletes. In studio, Orange Theory members will see Boston appear on screens as she leads and instructs participants through a specific part of the training. The workout is called Shot Clock. There are a lot of things that go into Aliyah Boston's workout, Shot Clock. Boston told for the win. Things that I did in the offseason to prepare me for last year. Some agility drills, some medicine ball workouts, and some core workouts. They, teammates, definitely might hate me, but it's going to be so fun. It's going to be a party. South Carolina's women's basketball players, coaches, and anyone else with interest in taking the Shot Clock workout can do so beginning on Thursday, November 10th at participating Orange Theory studios nationwide. So shout out to Orange Theory. If you got an Orange Theory in your area, definitely support them because they doing the right things by rewarding dominance. And I think all of these brands that are rewarding Aliyah Boston is putting performance first. And that's what everybody within this NIL experience, for the most part, we understand there will always be outliers like Bronny and stuff like that. But for the most part, performance should be the number one stipulation when signing these players. Let's see what else is on here. NIL deal, signs Jay and Daniels, Aliyah Boston lands Orange Theory. Orange Theory, that's their logo. I seen them somewhere. South Carolina women's basketball star Aliyah Boston has signed with Orange Theory Fitness, a new training regimen based on Boston's off-season workout. She has a $102,000 NIL valuation. So that's just a big one going on. The top 10 NIL female. And that's just what I went through. It was predicted that black female athletes would be left behind in the NIL situation, and yep, Aliyah Boston not on the list speaks volumes. So shout out to Shalise Manza Young, and let's retweet this right here. I mean, and that's just part of society, but I think the more we talk about things like this, and that's a big purpose of this channel, which is to bring equality specifically within this basketball realm, because too often the white female basketball players are highlighted over the black ones. And when money starts to become a thing, then it's really a problem, because what you're saying is you can do everything and you're still not as valuable as the white player. And that's a problem. And I think companies that have went other ways over Aliyah Boston need to be called out. It needs to be pointed out, and it definitely needs to change in the future. So shout out to One Sports for breaking this down and covering it. I want to go into Pages, because she's number one in women's basketball. I want to go into, let's go to NIL 100, women's NIL, and let's go to Paige Beckers. Paige Beckers has been a well-known name in the women's basketball world long before she arrived at UConn. Coming out of Hopkins, Minnesota High School, she was the number one recruit in the country. The 2019-2020 Gatorade Female Athlete of the Year, a 2020 McDonald's Slam and Jordan Brand Classic All-American, and the 2020 Naismith Prep Player of the Year. Now with Paige, I'm not really knocking her because she has such a captivating personality along with the skill set. I mean, we seen her come back, get to the national championship, and still have a very good game in the national championship coming off an injury. So we understand what she brings to the table. It's not necessarily her that I would have issue with being number one, because she's just captivating. But she's captivating along with the skill set. She was also the 2019 USA Basketball Female Athlete of the Year and the 2019 FIBA Under-19 World Cup MVP. She arrived at UConn and immediately lived up to expectations, starting in 29 games. She was the first freshman to earn the Wooden Award, Naismith Trophy, AP Player of the Year, and USBWA Player of the Year. She led the Huskies in points, assists, steals, and three-point field goal percentage, and helped UConn reach the Final Four. In 2021-2022, Beckers missed 19 games with a knee injury, but recovered in time to help UConn on another run to the NCAA championship game. She will miss the 2022-2023 season with an ACL injury, but intends to return for the 2023-2024 season. As one of the top student athletes in college sports, Beckers already has a lengthy NIL portfolio, including Bose, Crocs, Gatorade, and other brands. So let's see. She has Bose, Crocs, Gatorade, and StockX listed on her profile. So shout out to Paige. Now let's go to the Twins. So they got 4.6 million total followers. So when NIL launched July 1st, 2021, Haley and Hannah Cavender were ready to jump into the new world of college athletics. Each has more than 400,000 followers on Instagram. Their combined TikTok has a following of 4.1 million, and the number of deals they've been able to reel together in 1 year has been something to watch. The first move was signing with Boost Mobile, which was unveiled in New York City Times Square. From there, the duo have inked partnerships with Six Nutrition, fantasy sports apps, Sleeper Champ Sports, East Bay apparel company PSD. They have ownership stake in another apparel company. The former Fresno State women basketball players have defined what it means to control the NIL market in just the first year of its existence, and then came to the news this spring that the Cavenders were taking their talents to sunny Coral Gables. With more exposure in the ACC will come more opportunities. The Cavender twins, during her junior season at Fresno State, Cavender set the NCAA record for free throw percentage in the season, converting 109 of 112 for 97.3%. She also became just the third player in Mountain West history and first since 2006 to lead the league in scoring and rebounding. So that's solid, but I just don't believe that either one of them should be over Aliyah. So let's see, Flau'jae. Now she's in that batch with Malaysia, Jada, Michaela, all the whole group that's coming in, the social media. She's tied in that, so hers is understandable. Flau'jae Johnson is world-class talent on and off the court. Johnson had her number 4 jersey retired at Savannah, Georgia's Sprayberry High School after scoring a school record 1,615 career points. She became the first McDonald's All-American recruited to LSU by Kim Mulkey. Johnson also played in the Jordan Brand Classic and earned MVP honors after scoring 27 points in the game. Pledge Johnson was the only female to play in the Iverson Classic. Off the court, Johnson's also a rap star with a record deal with Jay-Z's Roc Nation. Johnson announced her commitment to LSU with the release of a song, All Falls Down, accompanied by a music video that featured Baton Rouge's Lil Boosie. She's also making a big impact in the NIL world with a major deal with Puma. Johnson is the daughter of the late Camouflage, who was shot to death 6 months before she was born. And these are her deals. Highlight her, Puma, Meta, Taco Bell, and Power Hands. And let me go back to Haley. Let's go to Life Wallet, Alice plus Olivia by Stacey Bennett, Core Hydration, Champ Sports, and Celestial Tea. So that's all Haley Cavender sponsors. Let's go to Jada Williams. I just want to kind of glance. I already pretty much understand what they got going on. Let me go to... And what other twin? Hannah. Let me see, do they got the same one? John, Haley, and Hannah. I think they might have the same right there. So, yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. NIL 100. Should Aliyah, with all of her dominance, be top 5? Should she be number 1? Am I overreacting? Is it really just, the Jake Paul effect, all about what you have, even, as far as followers and personality and stuff like that? Or how much should performance play a fact? Or should it even matter? If you just are very captivating for social media, should that be what it's all about? Or should there be some development? Like back in the day, record labels used to have artist development. Should there be some development as far as branding when it comes to athletes like Aliyah Boston, who made speak more on the court with her performance than she does off the court or on social media and things like that. So y'all let me know, is this right? Should this be something that's, focused on? And where should this go? How should NIL, should there be a stipulation to where there is a certain performance and there is a reward given to dominance? Y'all let me know what y'all think. I think if you win player of the year, defense, all of that, at least player of the year, the MVP of the league, the top person, there should at least be a certain amount that's given that puts you above everybody else, and that should be negotiated, with the NCAA. So y'all let me know, man. I'm out.